Friends, in this video we are going to discuss about the plastids. This plastids is discovered by the Haeckel, and this plastid is a non-membrane bound organelles found in all plant cells, protistas, algae, euglenias, etc. These plastids are divided into two types. Two types of plastids are found in the cells. One is leucoplast and chromoplast. Leucoplast, these are the colorless pigment, colorless because the pigments won't present in this leucoplast. So these leucoplasts are colorless and found in the plant cells which are not exposed to the light because it won't help in the photosynthesis, and the pigments are absent in this, so it is present on the plant cells where it is not exposed to the light. And the function of this leucoplast is to store the food material. And chromoplast, this chromoplast is a colored plastid. Because it contains the pigments and it is present in the plant cells exposed to the light area, and it helps in the photosynthesis. Now the leucoplast. This leucoplast is the non-pigments because it is a colorless and no pigments are present in this, and no grana is present. Grana means a group of thylakoids together known as the grana. And the function of this leucoplast is to store the food material. Based on what it is storing or which type of food material it is storing, this leucoplast is divided into three types: amyloplast, eryloplast, and eleoplast. This amyloplast stores the carbohydrates, and example of this amyloplast is the wheat, potato, etc. This elyroplast is also known as the proteoplast. This elyroplast stores the protein elyron, and example of this is the maize. Next is the eleoplast, and this stores the fat. Example groundnut, sunflower, and then castor seeds, etc. The second type is the chromoplast. This chromoplast is the colored plastid because it contains the pigments and it helps in the photosynthesis. And based on the pigments, this chromoplast is divided into three types. One is chloroplast. This chloroplast contains the green pigment chlorophyll, and different types of chlorophyll like chlorophyll A, B, C, D, etc. This found in the leaf, young or green stems, etc., and helps in the photosynthesis. And pleoplast, it contains the brown pigment xanthophylls and fucoxanthin, and it is found in the brown algae. This pleoplast is found in some algae. Because of this pleoplast, which contains brown pigment, the complete group of algae becomes brown, and this complete group of algae is known as the brown algae. And similarly, the third type is the rhodoplast. It contains the red pigment phycoerythrin. It is found in the red algae. In this video, we are going to discuss about the structure of chloroplast. This chloroplast is a green pigment present in all plant cells, protistas, euglenias, algae, etc. And this chloroplast is discovered by the Ottoman von Leeuwenhoek. This chloroplast is a double membrane structure. It contains outer membrane and inner membrane. This outer membrane is smooth and it contains less proteins, and it is permeable in nature. Permeable means it allows all the materials to pass through it. And the inner membrane. This inner membrane is also a smooth, and it is rich in proteins compared to this outer membrane. And it is only selectively permeable. Selectively permeable means only the enzymes or material which is required to the cell is supplied. And inner to this inner membrane is the stroma. This stroma is rich in the enzymes, and enzymes which are required for all dark reactions. And one of the example is ribosome is ribulose biphosphate carboxylase. It is the most abundant protein which helps in the expecting the carbon dioxide during the dark reaction. Inner membrane of the chloroplast shows the invasion or the infolding at some places. From these infoldings, the membrane structure separates to form a sac-like structure, and each sac-like structure is known as the thylakoid. Sac-like structure is known as the thylakoid, and these thylakoids are attached together. Some thylakoids are attached together to form a group of thylakoid, and this complete group of thylakoids are known as the granum or grana. And the attachment from this thylakoid to the inner membrane is known as the stroma lamella. In these thylakoids are actually present the green pigment, the chlorophyll, and this chlorophyll is present in the form of quantosome. Quantosome means the collection of a group of the pigments. Group of pigments like chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, C, xanthophylls, carotenoids, etc. are combined together to form a one chlorophyll. Quantosome is the collection of pigments with 230 pigment molecules like chlorophyll A, B, C, D, carotenoids, xanthophylls, phycobilins or phycoxanthins, etc. And this chloroplast is the semi-autonomous. Semi-autonomous means they have their own circular DNA and also the ribosomes, and these ribosomes are 70s type of ribosomes, and these ribosomes is also known as the plastidoribosomes because these ribosomes is present in the plastid. In these thylakoids, two types of thylakoids are seen. See, the membrane of the thylakoid, which is in this membrane of the thylakoid, which is in the contact of the stroma, and such type of thylakoids are known as the non-oppressed part. Means the thylakoid which is in contact, the membrane of the thylakoid which is in contact with the stroma, such type of thylakoids are known as the non-oppressed part. And see, and this is the another thylakoid, and this thylakoid membrane is in contact with the another thylakoid. Such thylakoids are known as the oppressed part. During these light harvesting complexes, the photosystem 1, which observed the wavelength 700 will present in the non-oppressed part. Non-oppressed part means the membrane of the thylakoid which is in contact with the stroma, and the photosystem 2 is present in the oppressed part. Oppressed part means the membrane of the thylakoid which is present in contact with the other membrane of the thylakoid. And this chloroplast helps in the photosynthesis, and it also helps in all light reactions and dark reactions of the cell. The number of chloroplasts varies from cell to cell. It may be one per cell in the Chlamydomonas and Eutheryx. In case of Chlamydomonas, this chloroplast is present in the U-shaped, and 1 to 16 per cell in case of Spirogyra, and in Spirogyra this chloroplast will be in the ribbon shape, and 20 to 40 per cell in case of higher plants, and in higher plants this chloroplast present in the form of oval or in disc shaped. More than 500 per cell in case of Chara, in the internodes of the Chara. In case of Ulothrix, which contains one chloroplast per cell, the chloroplast is in the form of griddle shape,